Hey guys, welcome to RS Pro Wheels. So the cost of petrol per liter has reached almost 100 rupees per liter. So what are the options available to you at this current situation which could help you reduce the running cost burden? That's today's topic, so stay tuned. Hey guys, this is Sean. Welcome to RS Pro Wheels and thanks for sticking around. So, as mentioned in the intro, the price of petrol is about to reach almost 100 rupees per liter. The price of diesel is obviously coming up along with it. And this current situation, which if you're looking to buy a vehicle, which would be the options available to you which could help you probably reduce the running cost burden? When you look to reduce the running cost burden, obviously you're going to have a look at the mileage with respect to the budget that you can afford, of course. But at this state, you have to understand that if you're going purely on the basis of mileage, this could come at the cost of sacrificing the build quality of the car and the safety ratings of the car. So it isn't necessarily good that you go straight for only the mileage. You should also focus on a couple of other factors, but don't be disappointed. There is a wide range of vehicles that could come at a slightly higher cost, but it could have comparatively better safety ratings and standards, and the build quality could be acceptable as well. We're going to cover a wide range of those cars right now, so let's get into it. Now, among the first list of options available, this is taking into fact that you're an environmentally conscious person, or perhaps you just want to get rid of the thought of petrol and diesel vehicles completely from your mind. And if your budget is flexible, then electric vehicles are a great option to choose from. If you've got a budget of around 14 to 27 lakhs rupees, among the electric vehicles, these are the three best options that you could select. The first one is the Tata Nexon EV, which comes at a price range of around 14 to 16 lakh rupees. The second electric vehicle option that you have is the MG ZS EV, which comes at around 21 to 24 lakh rupees. And the third option you have is the Hyundai Kona, which comes at around 25 to 27 lakh rupees. So now that we know the prices of these vehicles, we have to find out the running cost of the vehicles. We've got to determine exactly how many units of electricity are used to fully charge the battery of the vehicles. How that's done is we can take 115% as a factor in order to find this out. Just to give an example, if of course the battery capacity of the Tata Nexon is 30.2 kilowatt hours, and factoring in the 115% of that, it would come up to around 35 units of electricity required to fully charge the Tata Nexon's electric vehicle battery. So as you can see on the screen, we've worked out the number of units that are required to fully charge the batteries and the cost incurred on the full charge of these batteries as well. So taking into consideration, if in the worst case scenario an electric vehicle runs at around 200 kilometers on a full charge, the approximate running cost per kilometer would come up to around rupees 2 to 2.5 per kilometer. Now combine that with the fact that you're riding an electric vehicle which has a totally different feel, and you probably may end up enjoying your decision for a number of years to come. Now looking at the next option available, if you've got a budget that's on the significantly lower side, but you still want to keep your running cost limited to around 2 kilometers per liter, then CNG vehicles are a good option for you. Now please bear in mind that these CNG vehicles have questions raised about their build quality and the safety standards as well. So we wouldn't recommend these, but if you would have no other option, this would be something you would have to go for. In the next screen, you can see the list of vehicles available to you under the CNG. As you can see from the screen, all the vehicles in this list have a running cost per kilometer of rupees 1.32 to 1.55. All the mentioned cars have a 2-star safety rating only. These vehicles would probably be most suitable for people who predominantly use the vehicle in controlled speeds and within city limits. If your pricing is slightly flexible, if you can afford a slightly higher cost, then we would probably recommend going for the Maruti Ertiga CNG. Not recommending it in a very huge manner because the Maruti Ertiga CNG's build quality is slightly better than the other CNGs, and the mileage is around 26 kilometers per liter. And even in the worst case scenario, if the vehicle gives you a mileage of around say 16 to 18 kilometers per liter, the running cost would come to around 2.5 to 3 rupees per kilometer, which isn't too bad because considering you would be getting a vehicle which is slightly more spacious, slightly better to use. Taking a look at the diesel vehicles next. Among the hatchbacks with great performance and handling, the Ford Figo comes with 25.5 kilometers per liter mileage, and it is currently one of the most economical diesel cars available in India. You also have the Tata Altroz, which is another vehicle gaining popularity of late with 25.11 kilometers per liter. The Hyundai i20 with 25 kilometers per liter, and the Hyundai Grand i10 Neos, which comes with 24.95 kilometers per liter. Coming to the diesel sedan vehicles, the Hyundai Verna diesel comes with 25 kilometers per liter. The Hyundai Aura comes with 24.95 kilometers per liter. Honda Amaze with 24.7, Ford Aspire with 24.4, and the Honda City comes with 24.1 kilometers per liter. Coming to the diesel SUV segment, the Honda WRV crossover comes with 23.7 kilometers per liter. The Ford Freestyle comes with 23.8 kilometers per liter. Hyundai Venue with 23.7, Ford EcoSport with 21.7, the Tata Nexon with 22.4 kilometers per liter. A very popular vehicle in the segment currently, the Hyundai Creta, comes with around 21.4 to 17.8 kilometers per liter, depending on which type of transmission you use. The Kia Seltos as well comes with around 20.8 to 17.8 kilometers per liter, again depending on the type of transmission which is available. And you also have the Mahindra XUV 300, the Mirazo, the MG Hector, the Jeep Compass, and the Tata Harrier, which you can see the mileage mentioned on the screen. Now, having a combined look at the petrol cars under the hatchback and sedan category, the Renault Kwid comes with 22.5 kilometers per liter. The Datsun Redigo AMT with 22.2. The Alto 800 with 22.05. Maruti Celerio with 21.63. Maruti Wagoner with 21.79. The Maruti Espresso at 21.4. These hatchbacks are all suspect with reference to the build quality of these cars. So in the petrol hatchback and sedan segment, it would be safer to go with the Maruti Ignis, which comes with 20.89 kilometers per liter. The Tata Tiago, which comes with 19.8 kilometers per liter. The Hyundai i20, 20.35 kilometers per liter. The Tata Altroz with 19.05, Maruti Ciaz sedan with 21.57, Honda Amaze with 18.6, Volkswagen Vento TSI with 18.97, and the Tata Tigor with 19 kilometers per liter. If you don't mind having a higher budget or spending a little bit extra amount of money, and you would like to go for better build quality, better on-road presence, basically the SUV segment in the petrol category, you could have a wide variety of options to choose from with any of the vehicles shown on the screen, with the Maruti Vitara Brezza starting with a mileage of 17 kilometers per liter for the manual transmission and 18.76 kilometers per liter with the automatic transmission. You can also choose from any of these following: the Nissan Magnite, Renault Kiger, the Ford Freestyle, Kia Sonet, Hyundai Venue, Honda WRV, Tata Nexon, Ford EcoSport, and the Mahindra XUV 300. So guys, you can check out any one of these cars that we have mentioned so far, and please do also do your own research before selecting a car which is the best suited to your particular needs and requirements. As always, we hope you've found this video quite informative and useful. Please do like, share and subscribe. Remember to hit the bell icon so that you will receive notification of when we post our next video. Till the next time, this is Sean from RS Pro Wheels signing off.